Have you ever felt like your emotions were on a roller coaster, full of joy one moment and overcome with anxiety the next? Today, we dive deep into the emotions and discover how we can navigate through the loops and 60-mile-per-hour drops from our friends at Pixar.
Riley, how was camp?
It's the Empire!
It was good.
She goes away for 3 days and all we get is good?
She goes away for 3 days and all we get is good?
Yeah, sounds right.
Asked and answered.
Yeah. Back to the game.
Riley is officially a teenager now. You aren't packed yet?
I'm the worst!
Overreact much?
I barely touched it.
Let the professional handle this.
I'm too gross to go anywhere ever again! Well, that's a preview of the next 10 years.
On June 14th,
I'm Anxiety. I am just such a huge fan of yours. We're Riley's new emotions.
Wow!
Remember when we all finally came up to headquarters?
Nostalgia.
That was like 30 seconds ago, nostalgia.
Yeah, those were the days.
the Feel Everything movie
Pillow fight!
Bring it on!
No, anger.
arrives in theaters.
Ooh, walkie-talkies. Check, check, check. Can you hear me? I gotta press the button. Go for Joy. Copy that. Over. Oh, I love them. Don't look down and keep moving. She'll be okay, right?
50-50.
Disney and Pixar's Inside Out 2.
There's a part 2?
We're going!
Rated PG. Only in theaters June 14th. Tickets available now.
Welcome to the Nerd in the Word. I'm Pastor Kirk. Glad you hit play today. This week, my son and I went down to the theater and saw Pixar's new fantastic movie, Inside Out 2. Now, if you're here and you haven't gone and seen Inside Out 1 or 2, be careful, spoilers ahead. Hit the subscribe button and come back and check us out after you've seen the film. Like Riley, now a teenager, we all face internal battles with emotions, sometimes feeling like we're in the line for Tower of Terror.
Yes. I'm scared. I hate these rides.
Today, we're exploring how to manage these challenges and drawing lessons from the twists of Inside Out 2.
Orange? Who made the console orange?
Do I look orange? I didn't touch
Orange is not my color.
Not me. Hello, everybody.
And the eternal wisdom of the word. Let's geek out. In Inside Out 2, alongside familiar faces, some new emotions like embarrassment, envy, ennui, and anxiety show up to the table. Anxiety kind of takes the main role of the antagonist and kind of takes over Riley's mind to protect her at all costs.
And my job is to protect her from the scary stuff she can't see. I plan for the future. Oh, I can show you. You're gonna love this.
Oh, I was using that as a cup holder.
Okay, you and I are gonna be friends.
Oh, this is a sad story.
This leads to a lot of chaos within her mind, along with the other emotions, and anxiety attempts to suppress the other emotions kind of to the back of the brain.
Complicated emotions than all of you. You just aren't what she needs anymore, Joy.
How dare you, madam?
You can't just bottle us up.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Anxiety's overwhelming presence distorts Riley's perception of reality, affecting her actions as well as her relationships. A vivid illustration of how unchecked anxiety dominates our lives, pushing us to act out in fear rather than rationality. As the story unfolds, Riley faces the pressure of making the high school hockey team at this exclusive camp that she's been invited to, while grappling with some pretty sad news that her friends will attend a different high school next year, although they are at the camp.
We don't take this camp seriously, and we goof off with Bree and Grace. Riley looks really uncool in front of Val. She fails to impress the coach, does not become a firehawk, and finally arrives at high school. She has no one. She eats alone, and only the teachers know her name.
Anxiety, driven by profound fears of failure and loss, begins to control the emotional response of Riley. This overwhelming influence mirrors real-life scenarios where anxiety can distort our perceptions and reactions, leading to behavior that is out of character. Interestingly enough, it's not just joy, but also sadness and embarrassment and a few other of the emotions who play crucial roles in restoring that balance. These emotions, often viewed negatively, are instrumental in helping Riley navigate through anxiety's grip. Sadness allows Riley to feel and process her fears and disappointments deeply, which is essential for healing, if you know what I mean. It promotes empathy towards herself and enables her to explain her feelings to others, helping bridge the gap between her and her friends, reinstating the connections anxiety is starting to endanger. Eventually, it's joy's resilience and undying optimism leading to the other emotions that helps recalibrate the emotional dynamics. Joy eventually reasons with anxiety at the end after making this long journey back from the back of the mind, avoiding the prisons of the mind police, and allowing them to get back into the control room after anxiety has done a number of things to Riley's emotions. Joy encourages Riley to find her value in efforts and an intrinsic worth rather than the outcomes of what happens at the camp, her friends, and even her family as she's growing up through this puberty stage. This shift in the focus from outcomes of self-acceptance is pivotal in reducing anxiety's control. Now, in the end, of course, Riley has ups and downs throughout the whole movie. That's the point of this, what we would call roller coaster. And I understand this completely with my family. My family went to Disney not just but a few months back, and we were trying to navigate the emotions of my young ones getting on the Tower of Terror and Tron.
Why can't we cry?
Because we're baddies.
No.
Wait, why can't we cry? I'm scared. I will 100% okay. I'm still gonna look hurt from last time.
No, I'm not making you.
Why can't we cry?
Because we're baddies.
No.
Wait, why can't we cry? I don't know. Crying's not bad.
Seriously,
What did you
look
say?
at this. Look at this.
What was the reason we can't cry? What did you say?
Oh, because there are hot boys here.
Where's the hot boys?
All these amazing things. And then at the end, the just joy and excitement after they accomplish that. I saw also joy and anxiety going through my teenage daughter, Carson, as she attempts to navigate her softball world, her high school world. And I've seen her at the lowest of lows, struggling to kind of fit in and do her thing, but at the highest of highs, hitting walk-off home runs and leading her team in a way that no one else can. And part of that is navigating the mental game and the emotional game. We're going to look today at the gospel to see what is the best way to navigate our emotions, especially anxiety. Let's check the gospel out. We're going to give you 3 points. Today, the very first one is the power of vulnerability through Christ. We see this in John 16:33. And it says, "In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world." Just as Riley learns to acknowledge and embrace her vulnerabilities through sadness, embarrassment, and even disgust a little bit in an ennui's boredom, we are reminded that Christ calls us to embrace our vulnerabilities. This acknowledgement isn't a sign of weakness, but a step towards strength. In admitting our weaknesses and fears, we open ourselves to the strength that Christ provides, who has overcome the world and all anxieties. Now, number 2 is the power in community through Christ. Now, it's really important not just to have friends and family on your side, to have things like Nerd in the Word to go to, but to take that community, gather together, and rely on Christ together as our strength. Pray for each other and take on each other's burdens. Galatians 6:2 says this, bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. Anxiety has isolated Riley. She is kind of pulled away from everything. She's trying to do it all on her own, pushing her away from her friends and family. She's waking up early and pushing extra hard, and she's struggling with the overwhelming thoughts that are going on. However, as joy and the other emotions band together, they demonstrate the power of community, a vital aspect in the Christian life. We are called to support one another, share our burdens, and help each other in times of need. This mutual support reflects the love and compassion of Christ, helping us to overcome our trials together. Thank you for being here to help us overcome our trials as well. Point number 3. I know you were excited for this one, but it's the power in prayer. Now, Philippians 4:6-7 says this. You knew I was coming with it. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Finally, the role of joy in Riley's life echoes the joy we find in Christ. Despite the chaos caused by anxiety, joy leads the charge to restore balance and by promoting positivity and perspective. Similarly, the joy of the Lord is our strength. It does not ignore our emotions, but it provides a foundation, a solid rock of peace and perspective amidst life's challenges. By bringing our anxieties to God through prayer, we receive His peace that guards our heart and our mind, keeping us focused on what truly matters. As we reflect on the emotional journey of Inside Out 2 and the biblical truths that guide us, let us commit to a life of being vulnerable. Although that is extremely hard, those emotions like sadness and even anger help us to kind of process, but we have to do it in a healthy way. And we should seek the community support of our local community church. That would help all of us plant roots and find others that are going through this and can walk you through the biblical principles that God has for us. And of course, by all means, we need to find the joy in Christ through prayer and supplication. If you have any prayers that you'd like Reboot to pray for, by all means, share those in the comments. Go to our Discord or our other social medias and connect with us to find us, and we can chat if you're having some issues, and we would love to help you navigate. Join me right now in a quick little prayer, asking God to help us apply these truths into our daily life. Geeks and gamers, before you log off, remember this. God's got your back. We're your guild, and we're on this epic journey together. Till next time, stay nerdy. Peace out.